Pangea Complete Crested Gecko Diet has all the nutrients your gecko needs to grow and thrive. It's one of the most popular gecko diets on the market, and it's incredibly easy to prepare. Today, we're going to show you how. Hi, I'm Kevin with Pangea, and today we're going to show you a couple of methods how to mix Pangea Complete Crested Gecko Diet, demonstrate how your gecko should be served, and go over a few tips on how to place it in your enclosure and store it properly. We've got timestamps for each section, so if you need to review any parts, feel free to jump from section to section. All right, let's mix up some diet. No matter how you mix your diet, you will always use approximately 1 part diet and 2 parts water. You can always add a little bit more water or diet to reach the proper texture. You want the mix to be somewhere in between applesauce and ketchup in its consistency. So let's start by mixing in a dish. Mixing in a dish is very simple. You simply take your food, which we already have in here, and you add your water, and then you can use a spoon, a toothpick, a coffee stirrer, or some similar tool to mix it together to make your smoothie. Our pro tip is to use a spray bottle to mist the top of it to dampen the surface, and then use the jet to shoot your extra water in. And then you can mix it up, and if you need to add more water or more diet, you can. So I'm gonna get this nice and mixed up and let it thicken up. And we've got that all set. Now let's prepare some gecko diet in a bottle. So we're gonna take a squeeze bottle, we're gonna take half of our water and pour it in. Then we're gonna take our diet and pour that in as well. Trying not to get it all over the table. All right, and then we're gonna add in the other half of our water. Putting the water in first prevents the powder from sticking to the bottom, which is gonna help you, especially if you're making a large bottle. So after we've got our food in there, we're gonna stick our cap on. We're gonna make sure we've got it nice screwed tightly. We're gonna stick this cap on. If you don't have a cap or you lost it, you can always stick your finger over top of it, making sure it is nice and secure, and you're just gonna shake it. Our pro tip for mixing gecko diet in a bottle is not think about it too much. Just shake it a little bit, it's gonna thicken up, and then we'll be ready to portion it out for our geckos. Now that we've got our gecko diet all mixed up, we're ready to portion it out. So to start off, we'll show you how to portion for a baby or juvenile. You're gonna wanna use about 1/16 ounce or about a dime-sized portion at the bottom of your dish when serving a baby or juvenile. So let's put a little bit in here. Just gonna be about that much. When serving a juvenile to subadult, you're gonna wanna use about 1/8 ounce or more of a nickel-sized portion. And if you're serving a subadult to adult, you're gonna wanna serve 1/4 ounce up to 1/2 ounce, or covering the bottom of a small dish, all the way up to potentially filling up to the lip. These measurements are not cut and dry, so take note of how much food is left in your gecko's cup when you remove it the following day, as well as the consistency. If your gecko is leaving a lot of diet, you can cut back and save a little. If your gecko is cleaning the dish, you should increase your portion. If your diet looks a little dried out, you may want to increase the water ratio in your next batch, and vice versa if it looks more like a liquid than a smoothie. If you're feeding chameleon geckos or leachianis, you should scale your portions accordingly. Once the diet is portioned out, you can place it in a feeding ledge in your enclosure. It's best for the ledge to be out of any direct heat or direct light exposure, as this can cause the diet to go bad a little faster. And you're gonna need to make sure you remove any uneaten diet after 24 hours. If you're making a very large batch, we recommend you use a blender like we do. That's gonna save a lot of time if you have a larger collection. And while the prepared diet will last for 7 days in your fridge, the dry diet will last 6 months at room temperature, but if you keep the bag in the fridge, then it'll last for up to a year. Thanks for watching our video on how to prepare the Pangea Complete Crested Gecko diet. Give us a like if you found this helpful and a follow for more content from Pangea. And we are making an updated Crested Gecko diet question and answer video. So if you have any questions, be sure to put them in the comments below. For Pangea Crested Gecko diet, you know exactly where to find it at pangeareptile.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.